To say that the Boruto manga is trash right now, crazy, bruh. I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. Let's get into it. Drop that intro.
Down your sword and you may yet live. Unless you still have some hopeless idea about winning. In case you've forgotten, or if perhaps it didn't occur to you, I'll remind you, Renji, that I too have Bankai.
What's up, guys? This your boy Black Sasuke Man, back again with another video for y'all. The fandom is going absolutely crazy right now over this latest manga chapter. We are currently in chapter 4 of the manga True Blue Vortex, guys. It is going wild, bro. But first, before we get into anything about the manga, I kind of want to shed a little light on Boruto as a character in the beginning. In the manga, we see a lot of character development in the manga. But like I said, before we even get into Boruto currently, I want to kind of shed a little light on who Boruto was as a character in the beginning. I'll just say this much. Boruto, in my opinion, is not all that different from his father like everyone thinks he is. And in fact, I can actually give you 10 reasons, 5 of each, as to why he is the same and why he's different from his father. Number 10, and this one should be easy, should be a no-brainer. They both like to prank to gain attention. Naruto's motivations were different from Boruto's. Boruto did it just to gain the attention from his father. Naruto did it just to gain the attention for Konoha. That was a no-brainer right there. I mean, literally, they both painted the stone faces in Konoha. Same exact thing. Next up, number 9, the difference. Sarada asked Boruto, don't you want to be the Hokage? Guess what his answer was? He tells her that he doesn't want to. He insisted that she be the Hokage, and that it's just merely a path, and that he wanted to be a shinobi like Sasuke. On the other hand, Naruto, he devoted his whole life to becoming the Hokage, and guess what? It for sure happened. So we have number 8, loyalty to friends. Do I really need to go grab clips to show this? It's a well-known fact and proven visually that Naruto and Boruto both cared about their friends. Again, do I need to get clips for this? Next up, we have number 7, difference in levels of dedication. Let's not fail to mention that Naruto is arguably one of the most powerful characters in all of the Naruto universe. Like we've seen time and time again, like that time he sacrificed himself at the Chunin exams, and lived to tell the story. He pulled a Vegeta from Dragon Ball at this point. Crazy thing about it is, Vegeta didn't live after the first time he sacrificed himself. Keep that in mind. Even though he lost Kurama, he still has Sage Mode and several other abilities that he has not used to its full potential yet, even without Kurama. But Boruto, on the other hand, had no problems with using shortcuts to achieve his goals, which often puts him in conflict with his father at times. Despite that fact, Boruto has learned slowly over time the value of hardship, but his willingness to play smart instead of hard has oftentimes put him at an advantage in a lot of situations. Next, number 6, similarity in jutsus. Like father, like son, they both know the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and of course, the Rasengan. Both have clearly mastered the Rasengan in a matter of weeks, when those who have came before them, it took them years of dedication to master something like that. Number 5, Boruto has repressed emotions. I mean, being honest, Boruto was more restrained than his father was. Naruto was more prone to outbursts, or very outspoken when it comes to his feelings.
I'm not gonna let the likes of Orochimaru get a hold of you! And if you won't listen to reason, then I'll break every bone in your body!
Boruto would rather sit back and think about everything and hold everything in. Next up, number 4. We all have known for Naruto, Boruto, and Kushina herself to have a verbal quirk, or a verbal phrase that distincts their characteristics or their personality. Date ba yo, date ba sa, date ba ne.
じゃあなんだってばね。そうだってばね。なんて言ったってばね。おめでとうだってばね。ってばよ。だってばよ。ってばよ。だってばよ。ってばよ。ってばよ。だってばよ。だってばよ。だってばよ。おいだってばさ。なんだってばさ。ってばさ。どうしたってばさ。まただってばさ。聞いたってばさ。あるってばさ。
Number 3, a difference. Their goals for getting stronger. Both Naruto and Boruto are great ninja. And in fact, when Naruto was younger, he always aspired to be as strong as he can be. Boruto is thought to be a prodigy, and he even learns the value of training and aspires to get even stronger. Naruto always wanted to be stronger in order to protect his friends and also to become a powerful Hokage. Boruto, on the other hand, only wants to be stronger than his father.
水遁波動
いつの間に水筒なんか
Crazy, right? Number 2, similarity. Their confidence. If there's one thing both characters don't lack, it's confidence in battle. Both are very brave and headstrong. Naruto during his time growing up has always been faced with enemies that were far stronger than he was. And even though he lacked on a few occasions, he learned to trust in his abilities. And so did Boruto.
やるしかねえってばさ螺旋が
Last but not least, number 1. And this is the biggest difference of all time. And that's their upbringing. Of course, everybody should know that this is one of the biggest differences between Naruto and Boruto, which is their upbringing. They both grew up completely different from one another. Naruto had a very rough upbringing, and everybody in the village absolutely hated him. Or well, most of the people hated him. Naruto looked for parental guidance in his mentors and brotherhood bonds in his friends. Boruto was raised properly, and he is known and loved around the village because his father is the Hokage. Although it is obvious that Naruto had it rough growing up, Boruto has had his fair share of struggles too. And now we get to the topic at hand. twobluevortex dropped some crazy manga panels, guys, and I'm telling you, they are going crazy right now. Chapter 70, Code has his limiters removed, guys. Chapter 70 in the Boruto manga, Code kidnaps Amado and has Amado held hostage, has him take the limiters off, guys. Crazy. Since I failed to mention, chapter 70, from the bottom of one's heart, Code has his limiters removed by Amado. Code takes on a form that we have not seen him in that looks quite intimidating, I'll tell you that much. So as I'm looking through the panels, I noticed that we have kashinkoji back. But one question that everybody has been asking is, where the heck is Sasuke? We find out in this chapter what happened to Sasuke. Chapter 4, that is. So apparently we have 4 new Kara members. And not only that, Boruto has a new jutsu, which is a new Rasengan that is quite broken. The Rasen Uzuhiko. And the crazy thing about it is, the first person he used it on was Code. And not to mention, Boruto's not even using Karma yet. We can only imagine how powerful he actually is. Borutouzumaki has grown tremendously over the time skip. And of course, as we know, his strongest technique is the Rasen Uzuhiko. Rasen Uzuhiko is an incredibly powerful technique, capable of defeating even the strongest enemies in 1 to 2 hits. This jutsu is so powerful that it was even able to take down Code, in which Code was scaled to be even more powerful than Jigen himself. The Rasen Uzuhiko is literally a death sentence for any opponent Boruto faces at this point. As Boruto explains, the way that Uzuhiko works is that it uses the Earth's ever-spinning chakra and infuses it into the opponent. Pretty much broken, which means Code would be locked into an infinite loop. Boruto stated that the effects are semi-permanent, which means that before the Earth stops spinning, Code would literally die. Another ability that Boruto knows is the Flying Raijin. From what I understand, there are only 2 shinobi who knew the Flying Raijin, which are both the 2nd and the 4th Hokage. Although not stated, it leads me to wonder who even taught him the ability in the first place. Was it kashinkoji? Also, in another panel, I noticed that Boruto had a toad right there on his waist side. So could it be possible that Boruto knows Sage Mode? And for what I can remember, kashinkoji is a replica of the pervy Sage. Crazy event takes place. Boruto goes in for a sneak attack. He sneaks to the location of the Ten Tails using the ability, the Flying Raijin. In another panel, something that I admired a lot about Boruto is the fact that he states how he cannot use the Flying Raijin ability as good as his grandfather could. I kind of segued a little bit, but back to where we left off. The moment Boruto arrived, they tried to use lightning release, but Boruto immediately negated it using Rasen Uzuhiko.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I know. Well, what about Sasuke? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Sasuke was captured. Yeah, fam, Sasuke was captured. He was captured and trapped by these monsters that Code sent after him. The name of the monsters are called Grimes. Grimes are dangerous monsters created from the Ten Tails, and they're capable of incapacitating and manifesting copies of their victims. So the moment Boruto teleported to the dimension where Code and the others are, he ended up being attacked by a Grime, and you wouldn't believe who he looked like. You guessed it, a Sasuke clone made from the Ten Tails. I mean, the thing even has an arm and a Rinnegan, bro. Like, what the heck is going on here? But it's crazy because it seemed like these grime all have Rinnegan. Every last one of them looks to me like they have a Rinnegan. That could be trouble. The character that I worry about the most now that I'm seeing that Sasuke clone is Sarada. I just wonder how she's gonna cope with having to fight that thing. And of course, you still got Kawaki. He has Naruto and Hinata still in that dimension locked up, and he won't release any of them until Code and Boruto are both dead. But the good thing about it is we still got a lot more to look forward to because we still have Sarada Uchiha. Sarada's design looks absolutely beautiful. She looks awesome. And as you can see, Sarada is right there telling Kawaki that she refuses to allow him to carry out his plans to kill. And of course, you got Shikamaru, who's in charge right now as the Hokage while Naruto is away. And then of course, what would the time skip be like if we didn't have that badass moment where the two antagonists actually encounter each other, both Kawaki and Boruto? That moment right there was the most badass moment I could have ever seen as of right now, with them two encountering each other. And of course, you got Damon and Ada still there, and also with Kashinkoji there with Boruto, it gives me Perfect Sage and Naruto vibes big time. In another panel I saw where Kashinkoji told Boruto not to rush it ever again because he's chancing destroying the earth. I seen a conversation where people were trying to debate the fact whether Boruto was planet buster or not. Well, according to Kashinkoji, it looks quite apparent that he is. Something else that I wanted to mention was the fact that Boruto knowing the flying Raijin, I kind of speculate that Kashinkoji was the one that taught him, being the fact that in the anime episode 211, Kashinkoji was seen stealing data, which had a lot of information to all different types of forbidden jutsus. But again, this is just my speculation that Kashinkoji could have been the one that taught him the flying Raijin. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. Another thing is I'm happy that Sasuke is not dead, and I'm also thankful that Hinata and Naruto are not dead. That would have been tragic. And as far as these new Otsutsuki that just appeared, for some reason they remind me of the Akatsuki. But then again, I guess that's kind of a reach, right? But hey, what do I know? Other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching. This concludes my 2 Blue Vortex manga chapter 4 review. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you're new to the channel. This is yours truly, Black Sasuke Uchiha, man, and I'm out. Hey, roll that outro.